Now the next question is, if triangle ABC and triangle PQR are to be congruent, that is these two triangles are congruent, name one additional pair of corresponding parts, and we have to tell what criteria did we use or did you use. So what we can see here, we are having angle B is equal to angle Q, they both are 90 degrees, and angle C is equal to angle R. Can we use RHS criteria? For RHS we need two sides to be equal, one of them should be hypotenuse. So it means we need two additional pair of corresponding parts which has to be equal, but we can take only one additional pair of corresponding parts. So let's take BC is equal to RQ or QR. So we are taking BC is equal to QR. Now by which criteria we can say that these two triangles are congruent? Here we are already having angle B is equal to angle Q, angle C is equal to angle R, and now we are having BC is equal to RQ. So it means what we are having now, we are having two angles of triangle ABC and included side, that is BC, are correspondingly equal to two angles of triangle PQR and the included side. So it means we can use ASA criteria here. So the information required is BC should be equal to QR and the criteria is ASA criteria. By ASA criteria we can say that these two triangles are congruent if we are having this additional information. Now this is the last question of this session. The question here is, explain why triangle ABC is congruent to triangle FED. So here is triangle ABC and here is triangle FED. We have to tell why they are congruent. Now as we can see here, in these two triangles, one of the side BC is equal to one side of triangle FED, and that is ED. So we are having BC is equal to ED and angle A is equal to angle F and angle B is equal to angle E. So can we use RHS criteria here? We are having right angles, we are having one of the side which is equal other than hypotenuse, but we are not sure for hypotenuse, whether hypotenuse is equal or not. But here we are having two of the angles of triangle ABC are correspondingly equal to two angles of triangle FED. As we can say, angle A is equal to angle F and angle B is equal to angle E. Now what can we say about the third angle, that is angle C and angle D? What about these two angles? Are they equal? Yes, they will be equal only, because if two angles of a triangle are correspondingly equal to two angles of the another triangle, then the third one has to be equal only, because ultimately the sum of all the three angles has to be 180 only. So by angle sum property we can get that angle C is equal to angle D. So now we are having angle C, this angle is equal to angle D and angle B is equal to angle E and DE is equal to BC. So we can write it here now. We are having angle B is equal to angle E and angle C is equal to angle D. And then what else do we have? We have BC is equal to DE. So what are the things we are having now? Two angles of triangle ABC and the included side are correspondingly equal to two angles of triangle FED and the included side. So it means here we can use ASA criteria. So we can simply say by ASA criteria triangle ABC is congruent to, now how to write vertices for the second triangle? It will be triangle, as we have angle A is equal to angle F, so we have to write F first, and then we are having angle B is equal to angle E, so it will be E, and then we are left with D. So we can say by ASA criteria triangle ABC is congruent to triangle FED. Now what we have used here, we have shown that if two angles of a triangle are correspondingly equal to the two angles of another triangle, then the third one has to be equal only, because ultimately both the triangles have to satisfy triangle angle sum property of triangle. That is, for example, we can say that B is 90 here. Now suppose A is 50 and F is also given as 50. We are just making assumption here just to understand this better way. We just made one assumption here just to make our explanation more clear. Now what about angle C here? What will be angle C? Here one angle is 90, one is 50, then angle C has to be 40. Then only the sum of all the three angles will be 180. So here angle D has to be 40 only. Then only angle sum property will be satisfied in the triangle FED. So we just made an assumption of taking angle A has to be 50 and angle C will be 50 from there, and angle D will also be. So angle C will be 40 from there and angle D will also be 40. So basically the thing is, if two angles of a triangle are equal to two angles of another triangle, then the third angle will also be equal. So in this video we have seen many questions based on the congruency criteria. So in this chapter we have learned four congruency criteria. The first one is SSS, and then we have seen SAS criteria. It is SSS means side side side, and then SAS means side angle side, and the third one was ASA criteria, and then the fourth one was RHS criteria. This is for right angle triangles. So we have learned all these four criteria and we have practiced many questions based on these criteria. And we have seen that if two triangles are congruent, then their corresponding parts are also equal. We call it as CPCT. It is corresponding parts of congruent triangles. So that's all for this session. Stay tuned for more upcoming videos like this.